Last time we absolutely loved these Chibson ads. They're fake, but they're hilarious. So today we're deep diving on these Chibson ads. And by the way, I'm Vadusha and I'm the greatest expert in guitars in the entire world, and maybe even on YouTube. Hashtag Chibson. Shift for brains. That's a nice switch. Usually it's a two-way switch which has a middle position, so it's up, middle, down. It switches between the pickups. Normally up is the bridge pickup, down is the neck pickup. Here you have a gear shift, a 5-way toggle from the makers of truck nuts. Shift just got real. Now with reverse, which is impossible. You can't reverse a guitar signal live. There is reverse delay, which records the first instance of delay and then reverses it and then plays it back. It's a weird effect. Reverse delay works better in your DAWs than live, but I heard there is live reverse delay guitar pedals. Grindcore and speed metal. Not sure why that, because the grindcore and speed metal players normally have their bridge pickup active, volume and tone all the way up. I guess the speed is the key thing, because grindcore is fast. The least low profile gig bag, some eco-friendly packaging, magnetic decoy headstocks, never included. These guys are hilarious. The joke here is that Gibson headstocks normally fall off. They break off when transported because of the angle and the construction of the headstock. Even a slight hit makes it fall off. I actually kind of like the shape. I'm not sure if it's gonna play well because of the scale length, because the length from the bridge to the 12th fret and from the 12th fret to the nut are supposed to be the same. Here it's not the case. It's the least we could do. Also never included. Nothing is included. That's a stripped away version of a Les Paul. One pickup, two control. They could go with no control knobs. Why? Hey, Chibson, there's a hint for you. Remove the control knobs. Remove the pick guard. Inlays. Why have them? Oops, old bone nut. These are bone nuts, and if you install these, the guitar is not gonna play. Up to 70% less boomer bands. And boomer band is a double stop band. I think normally it's either the two half-step separated notes and you pull the lower note in unison with the higher note, and that's a boomer band. It sounds like this. Another boomer band is when your target note is a fourth away and you bend the lower note 2 half steps. That's a very, very characteristic sound. They call these boomer band, not because it's offensive, but because of the alliteration. Boomer bands. Sounds amazing. I love the name. I'm pretty sure it was the guy from Polyphia who came up with the boomer band name. I also seen a YouTube video with someone installing bone nuts, but these are just the bone nuts with slits in them. They installed nuts with no slits, so that you could actually play the guitar. This is doable, in fact, and this can be a legit guitar if you cut these nuts down to a level a fret normally would be. Explorer? What? Banana hammock style gig bag. I actually like the shape. They have the lower horn and the upper horn in the shape of an Explorer, and the rest of it as a Stratocaster. That's a nice combination. I don't like it in this area. It produces a little bit of an ass there, some buttocks going on, and just a floral. What? Free sticker, $79.99. The twice price, 27 grand. That's very expensive. Explore than a feeling, for sure. Decay toggle does nothing. I actually like the positioning of the toggle switch right there at the Explorer style guitars. I don't like the Stratocaster knob positioning. I don't like the 5-way switch. I like this Gibson style switch better. And this positioning makes you fiddle with the volume inadvertently. That's not good. Many people just tape it so that it's fixed. Neck flex. They took Netflix. They took a straw idea with the stretchy bendy part and applied it to the guitar neck. Single-use gig bag. So it's basically referencing a cocktail straw. Flexural healing starts at just 15 grand. Man, these are very expensive. And that's a fender bender kind of plan words, because they have a B bender style guitars. When you bend the neck a little bit, there's an integrated bending system that pulls the B string. It's sometimes used in country music to pull the minor third up to a major third, or somewhere in between those to give this specific bluesy country-ish kind of sound. And this little thing there is attached to a strap, and when you pull the guitar down, it pulls the whole thing, the bender thing, and it pulls the B string. Bendable guitar necks, a ghost straw dogging. Yes, it gents. Bajint. I told ya, Chandler Bender, that's the name. Grip stocks. That's a handy thing. That could actually be a thing, unless you install it on an SG style guitar, because it's already neck diving. And if you add something on top of the neck, it gets heavier and it gets a longer arm to neck dive again. Probably with a Les Paul, this would work. Them other companies just can't handle it. Sure, for only 21 grand, that's from the makers of Le Crossroads headstocks. This could be a legit thing. Ingwe Malmsteen uses very scalloped necks when you kind of dig in between the frets so that you can actually have freer bends, your fingers not touching the fretboard at all. There's less friction and you have additional control so that you can push the string in between the frets, and there's this bendy thing going on, so your vibrato technique may change a bit. It gives more creative control over the guitar playing process. And it covers these scallops. But the question is, why buy a scallop fretboard guitar if you don't need one? Big brain. More Paul, less Paul. This one's funny. The shape of the guitar is hilarious. I've seen Fender guitar doing the same thing. I would absolutely buy this one. That's a legit thing that can make your life a bit funnier. Headstock stapler. That's something a Gibson style guitar would absolutely need. I think we've already discussed this today. Staples never include. Why the never included thing? Is Gibson famous for not including something in their guitar packaging? Let me know in the comments. I never bought a Gibson guitar from Gibson. I sure have played some, but I've never bought one. I'm a Tele guy. I'm not a Gibson guy. And I got a custom shop Les Paul configuration kind of guitar, but not an actual Les Paul. So I got no idea if it's a meme or something. And the headstock does come off with Gibson Les Pauls and SGs. Harmonica headstock. That's a nice idea, by the way. There's a lot of guitar players who play the harmonica at the same time. Why not have it integrated in your headstock? The year is very correct. Harmonicas are going out of style today. They're not as stylish as they used to be. You'll blow their minds for sure. Absolutely. Honor of the Lonely Harp. I love those names. Scopes and Blow for only 26 grand. Man, these are expensive. Payer Raining Funds wall pedal. You pay 65 every time you press the pedal. MasterCard of puppets. Yo, these Chibson guys are very good with puns. Loving these puns. These dad jokes sprinkled all over the place. Silica gel guitar pack. Is it as funny as I find it? They always put silica gel inside the guitar bag so that the moisture level is controlled. There's the do not eat. Does it say that? Do not eat. Throw away. Throw away the bag. Silica gel gig bag. 100% toxic guaranteed. Don't eat silica gel. It's really, really harmful. High and dry for only 20 grand almost. Nice pricey. SG guitar, silica gel. Man, that's another level of puns. Edible and tasty in quotes, and do not eat all over the place. So do not eat silica gel. One night stand. This could actually work. This is a 5-ply corrugated board. It's very strong. Find one. They ship like washing machines and fridges in these. Try and pierce a hole through one with a finger. Try and break it. These are very strong. I used to work at a corrugated board factory, and these are strong. You can't punch through it. These hold a lot of damage. This can actually hold your guitar unless it's wet. So that's not as funny as actually practically implementable. Cardboard AF. Alright, made with 74% real cardboard. Why 74% real? It's 100% single-use guitar stand. Condoms sold separately because it's one night stand. Got the idea. Enter stand band. That's a decent guitar stand idea. I mean, this will work. Totally buying it. Secondhand Snark cigarette tuner. That's a legit thing. They banned smoking in where I'm from in 2013, I think. Before that, we used to smoke on stage in bars. That's ridiculous. It's over 10 years ago now. I can't wrap my head around it. That's beyond comprehension. And when you're smoking, you put your cigarette right where your strings are so that it stays there. You forget about it and it burns. If you've seen the burnt Fenders, they normally have these burns from cigarettes. Yeah, that's a thing. And make a tuner look like a cigarette. That's a legit product. That's a very, very clever idea. Coolest looking tuner. For sure. That's absolutely the coolest looking tuner. Smells like nicotine spirit. Don't smoke. Smoking is bad for your health, and I mean it. Play your rash off. Loving those puns. Not all of these Chibson products are bollocks. Some of them are really clever. Some of them are legit sellable things. Cato Strasser. What? Pause for a minute. Ridiculously expensive. Well, that's a little bit inaccurate because if you're referencing Stratocaster, switching the letters for it to become Cato Strasser, the pickups are wrong. That's a Les Paul converted to a guitar looking like a cat. It should be a Fender Stratocaster. It should be a Strat, not a Gibson LP. That's a nice gig bag. 3 gig bags sold separately. We're not kidding around. No, you're not. From the makers of the Feline 6. Feline 6. I mean, these puns are something else. Alright guys, thank you for watching till the end of the video. Not skipping any part of it because it helps the channel grow. It lets YouTube know the video is worth promoting, and most importantly, it makes me happy. Please like the video if you like the video and subscribe if you have heart. I hope you'll had as much of a good time as I have, because you're awesome. Yes, you are.